Hello, SpeedGaming! Welcome to another match of the Metroid Prime Randomizer 2023 tournament. I'm joined by Arrow Razor, and we've got our lovely trackers Ivy Paw and Op82. Today's race is BashPrime versus Naii, and we just got our racers ready, so we'll be kicking off very shortly.
Yeah, this should be a heck of a race. I feel like skill-wise, this is going to be very close.
Oh, for sure. Both these racers are very experienced, so we'll be getting some good movement, some good tricks showcased. This will be a good one. Hope everyone's ready. Seems like we've got an excellent turnout in chat. So again, these are our week 2 settings, even weekly, meaning we've got random start, random elevators, and 1 to 3 starting items. We've seen a lot of Phendrana starts. Haven't seen any mine starts yet.
I keep hoping for mine starts, except for my seed. I don't want a mine start on mine, but we had Magmore earlier. Race is starting. We need to swap over.
Nope. Sure do.
Chozo with power bombs and space jump. Oh.
Alright, both players making their way to Gathering Hall. First check is going to be Watery Hall access. It's going to either need to be morph or missiles. We get our morph ball.
Zoid, anyone?
Well, I think back up to Gathering Hall, maybe we'll see some missiles here, or regular bombs. Okay, lots of morph upgrades. Now Zoid.
I don't know. We've had Omega Pirate rearing its head a lot this week.
Bash unfortunately forgetting that Watery Hall is blocked by a missile door. A little bit of time lost there, not too bad. Some with space jump climbing Gathering Halls, fairly trivial. And we
Yeah,
see...
this will be launcher on Zoid. It has to be Zoid. There is no other place it can be. Well, I guess upper. I guess lower furnace. I guess lower furnace.
Grapple beam in the back burn dome. Interesting.
All right.
So with space jump, we can stand on Zoid, making this fight very easy. Don't have to dodge the flames.
Also, imagine if that was a thing. Grapple ball.
Not a lot to speak on right now, as both players just get through Zoid. Naii a little bit ahead here. Trying to find the audio switch button.
Spooter.
Interesting.
So yeah, lower furnace. Wait. No shot again. We better get boost ball and lower furnace.
That would be be quite the
Because
series
then,
of events.
then it'd be upper furnace missile launcher. Last race I commented earlier had
Hey, let's see it be wave beam, and they have to go to like the elevator in the back of Chozo. One of the reflecting pool save.
exactly Toaster. It can be boost to get missile launcher and upper furnace. Upper furnace, Baha.
I still want it to be wave. I think that'd be the boost into wave would be very funny.
Uh-oh. That's missile launcher.
Okay, so Bash, that's funny. That's our logical
Confirming
missile launcher
for
up
us.
there. So both players now with some missiles able to head to the front of Chozo.
Because Randomania wanted to troll.
Yeah, why not put it up there? And no doubt with Spider Ball, it's good to check Dynamo now. Can fully clear out Watery Hall.
Yep. You do need bombs. Wait, the roll-off's beginner? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a movement beginner trick to get, if you're on top of the pipe on the standable, you can roll to the final spider track. It's not too bad. It's only sucks if you fall, but it's...
Yeah, Miguel, getting there is beginner. Nothing.
Picking up this extra missile on the way out. Doesn't appear to be checking lower Watery Hall. Not a lot of health, but with Space Jump, the lower Watery Hall item is available to us. Just some missiles. Okay.
I'll say it's worth scanning. I would understand not going for it, even with SJ if you have no E.
Yeah, you would be hard pressed to get out. Especially, yeah, no damage reduction, 99 health. It's not a lot to work on.
Loggers and logic, by the way.
Sure is. So now, Bash taking a nice save here. It's good to get one of these out of the way. I mean, that's 7 minutes you know you're not going to lose at least. Also grabbing the health refill. Was that an ice beam on Grapple Ledge?
Varia in the tree.
Okay.
Yeah, Miguel, I've done that. That's doable. I think it's still
Wave on
risky,
Grapple
though.
Ledge.
Ooh,
So-
I'm thinking Tower of Light here.
Yep. So I think Nai's probably thinking just check the elevator, get the info, and then probably head back in. There's still a lot of early Chozo checks we can do. One more elevator we can see as well, but
Bash, you are not.
very bold, Bash. Oh my god, bailed
And
out by the...
Bailed out. Are you serious?
Unfortunately, doesn't have
Now
wave beam,
he's
so
gonna-
can't go further.
He's gonna yell at himself after that wave beam, though.
Yep. Yep, and we do know Varia's in the tree, so Magpool will be coming up very soon. And,
Yeah, I thought he was gonna miss that
training
return
chamber.
dash too, but he made it.
Yep, very good.
Bash is really good with dashes, though. BashPrime, more like DashPrime.
Picking up the Wave Buster. And making his way to Tower of Light, as predicted.
Same, Miguel. I do something similar in a little off topic, but I do something similar in Dread Rando because the left side of Artaria where it's frozen, you can check that item super early, but you don't have enough E most of the time to survive. So I feel very nice when I get an E tank there as the halfway point.
Bash struggling with his peak a little bit. Oh, did see that as Varia, but you don't have to look down for that. You can just hold L and jump and peek that item. You have to be turned a little to the right instead of facing on. I find that works a little bit more consistently. It looks like Bash is opting to go not take Tower of Light. We'll see if that is the correct play here. Naii unfortunately falling down.
Down. More nothings.
Yep. Bash not getting rewarded by this play is validated though.
Nah, he's rewarded. Flamethrower.
And Thermal for Naii and Tower of Light.
Tower of Light strikes again.
Yeah. Unfortunate to see the Wave plus Thermal combo. On Bash's side, we get to see Great Tree Hall lower for the Sun Tower elevator.
We need ice before that can be considered. Alright, give me a moment. I need to type in /ban Mr. Miguel Kappa.
Oh, and there's our super missiles in Vault, so that puts...
That's really good. Wow.
That gets our Varia and our Magma Pool checks. Training Chamber access as well. But yeah, with Varia locked behind supers, it was probably a good instinct that supers was going to be fairly early. Unless, of course, our elevators were really far away from Magmor. But considering it's got, like, what, 6 in there, it's hard for it to be not accessible completely.
Bash gonna go right back to Magma Pool to check Training Chamber soon. But right now, it's gonna go get his Thermal Visor.
So Naii just completing the same loop. Our runner's just kind of taking a little bit of routing difference, but we'll
They're
end
all
up
coming
in the same
back.
place. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna converge together very soon.
Yeah, when once Naii completes the loop and gets supers and Varia, we'll probably head straight to Magma Pool. And so that's probably where our runners are going to meet up. But unfortunate that Naii fell a few times in Tower of Light, so a little bit of time lost there, but nothing that can't be made up.
Sometimes you'll forget that you actually have Spring Ball, and then you'll unmorph anyway.
But with the items we've currently got and the elevators that we know of, we're currently blocked by Ice Beam. So unless Ice Beam comes up soon, we may end up finding...
necessarily.
Yeah, the only option we have at that point is go to Reflecting Pool Save.
Yeah, I was about to say, Reflecting Pool Save is available.
Yeah, the elevators Main plaza is workstation debris, and Sun Tower is Great Tree Hall lower.
Wait, workstations and logic.
Yep. So I'm thinking maybe we see workstation in reflecting pool save. Maybe.
No, I mean, oh yeah, we need ice beam to go through the
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
Never mind, it's not in logic yet. Yeah. So this is a really good candidate for fighting Flagra right now.
Yep, we do have supers and spider ball, which means that Ghost would be available afterwards as well. And yep, we see here both our runners meeting up in Magmapool. Bash's routing, unfortunately, just means they have to double dip this, but
it doesn't seem to matter. His movement though is like completely on point, so it's worked out just fine. And missiles. So it's literally Flagra or the elevator and reflecting pole.
Yep. Quite the quite the decision to be made.
You have Super Spider though? So like maybe yeah, I think that's what Bash is doing here. Reverse into Flagra?
Reverse into Flagra. You do have power bombs, so ideally you can get some double.
Right, Bash never got
double bomb
this
slots off.
information.
So let's see where Naii heads.
Sun Tower goes to Great Tree Hall lower? I think it was.
Yes, correct.
Missile launcher was upper furnace. That's twice today upper furnace has actually had progression. Both times something you'd normally not expect. Yeah,
did Bash
reflecting
go down
pool
the elevator?
elevators.
Go
I
ahead.
think so. Bash might have. So yeah, it's the elevator or plant at this point.
Wave was on grapple ledge. So it looks like...
Yeah, we figured that one out about a few seconds later afterwards. Alright, both are choosing reflecting pole.
Definitely the faster path. I mean, getting those 2 checks would be nice. But, you know, they are slow. We want to go fast. So Naii approaching Hall of the Elders. Does have supers.
I mean, there's another option. Flagra and Ghost are fully in logic.
Yeah, I may have done the reverse plant play right after Magma Pool. Just get it out of the way. You have power bombs, so it saves a bit of time.
I would have too. It's because you're able to do Ghost too. It's the entire reason for, like, yeah.
Yeah, you know, you don't have to come back, and once you're done that, you've pretty much full cleared Chozo, except for Hall of the Elders. Like, that's all you're leaving behind, so... unfortunately, Naii not getting the cutscene overlap. If you manage to kill the Ghost at the same time you use any of the bomb slots in this room, you can overlap the cutscenes, saving about 10 seconds. These are long cutscenes. You don't want to watch them.
only seen them 1,000 times, 10,000 times.
Oh, Bash doing some bomb jumps. Very close, going for the HBJ. So by doing this, you skip the triple ghost fight later, which is very handy because it locks the bomb slots, I believe. Yeah, so and hey, who doesn't want to not fight more
Nice.
ghosts? Yep, pretty quick. I mean, like the time it takes to flip over the wave path, it's about the same time to attempt a couple of the bomb jumps. But nothing in antechamber.
And the
So
answer is
Quarantine
Thordis.
Cave. Thordis.
So it's planar Thordis. Choose your boss.
Yeah. Well, maybe Qmon pops up as our progression, but you know, we want the
Plane of
content.
rock. Yep.
And yeah, Baja's right. The doors don't lock, or the bomb slots don't lock. It's just the hands on the statue that disappear.
Not yet. Oh yeah, wave beam.
Boost ball acquired.
Nice. Yeah, you kind of have to do it. Alright, we actually have a space jump today.
Grapple ledge logically needs there's a few ways to get the grapple ledge, but NSG with getting it from the tree, you need space jump. That was what it was.
Big understandable with space jump and spider.
So, two simultaneous.
Oh, I
big
think
rock
Naii
fights.
missed the bomb drop on Thordis.
Oh, to skip the first phase. Yeah. So just another few seconds of time loss. Bash taking
Well, no,
a little bit of lead.
when it went to roll, the bombs didn't blow up the
Gotcha.
thermal block. Did he get it this time? Oh, I think he missed it again. Oh, he got it. Okay, good.
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of ammo to work with. We do have
cold.
We do have PBs to speed this up, but yep, no plasma makes this fight a little bit slower.
Really? SJ grapple ledge only is intermediate? What?
Range.
Bash making up time here with a strong Thordis fight.
Also getting the quick kill on the final phase with the power bomb.
Ooh.
So with boost, that I mean, it puts labs in logic. Kind of gross to do now without ice beam, but with boost being the last progressive item, it might be pointing us in that direction.
Reverse Thordis skip, okay.
A reverse Thordis skip can be done. We've seen it in the tournament.
It sounds awful.
I'll have to get Sam to teach me that later. There's a couple ways to do it. There's a standable method, I believe, so.
Bash getting knocked down by the flying pirates.
Yeah, we do have a lot of movement to get back up this room to check courtyard, but just a little bit unfortunate that just a loss that you don't need. And it is our first artifact.
Alright then.
So yep, if it wasn't mentioned for anyone new in chat, we have 6 artifacts on. They are required to get to the final area and beat the final bosses. So
Quarantine Monitor was boost, but Thardus itself was nothing. Bash,
like...
you cannot missile the ice. I know, I understand the frustration. Oh! We finally have divergence!
Yep, Bash heading into front fen and Naii heading into labs. I want to say I agree with Nai's play.
Yeah.
Just based on the boost ball. But if it's nothing, that is an issue. Or worse is
we don't
you
have
find
to, we don't
something...
have to talk about that one if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's still a fresh wound.
Yeah. What was Canyon? Missiles.
So the big unfortunate thing for Naii would be if it's progression but not Ice Beam.
Yeah.
Or at least not mandatory progression maybe is the right thing. Because if it's a big thing, then yeah, like Bash is gonna have to come in there anyways. But I feel like we're likely gonna see an Ice Beam coming up soon.
Question is, whose side?
Also interested to see what's the Fen Shorelines elevator is. We also do have Lighthouse open, which it appears to just be a missile. Doing some nice dashes to climb Observatory very quickly.
I missed what was in Ice Ruins East ice as well.
Yeah, the spider track was a missile, but I did not see the ice. And yes, Lighthouse was definitely Lighthouse was definitely missiles. Okay, E-Tank in Chapel of the Elders. Won't be wasting the time on that. Bash. Peeking this first, and now elevator time? Yes. So now he's got 3 more checks coming up. Really needs it to be something worthwhile. Bash finding our Twin Fires elevator. So with Magmore access, we get access to a ton of elevators. Likely enough to access every area in the game, most likely.
Yeah.
And we've got X-Ray. So that's a tough one because if we don't know if OP is required, so like you do want to hang on to that. if we had our artifact hints and we knew that Omega Pirate wasn't required, it might be worth just taking the save back to Ruined Courtyard, but yeah, Nai's going to have to do a long backtrack here because it is not worth it if OP ends up being required. We'll switch to Bash's audio here so we can hear some nice Magmor music.
Indeed.
Taking the time to pick up the ice spreader. Not a bad call. Does certainly help with the exo fight. And there's our gravity. Transport tunnel B?
A.
A. Right.
Oh yeah,
Transport
all
tunnel
beam
B
combos
is-
for Naii.
That was quick.
However, no ice speed. Naii apparently doesn't want to reset back, so is going to
Naii checking the elevators there just in case. Was probably thinking of warp back to start with the observatory save, but everything's blocked by ice, so no point. Bash making use of the boost plus spring ball to quickly maneuver through these rooms.
more missiles. No ice beam still, though, is a little shocking.
Bash getting bullied by the Triclops a little bit. Ooh, Nai's health not looking great. We'll have to be careful in these next few rooms. Ooh, Naii.
The only
Please
place
start-
in mines that
Start
can have
spamming missiles, please.
the only place in mines that can have ice beam is main quarry.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to be very careful here, unfortunately. This will lose quite a bit of time just having to take your time through these rooms. There are a lot of pirates in here. They do a lot of damage. Gets hooked up with two large energies. Thankfully very close to getting out of here.
Yeah, I'm starting to think Flogra might have our ice beam.
Yeah, I'm with Baja and Nadra here. There's still a lot open to us. I mean, like, we have thermal and wave. We could see workstation. That's the logic. There's a lot. We haven't seen Talon at all.
Yeah, which is shocking.
So there's quite a few checks there. But yeah, we'll see if Naii is rewarded. Great Tree Hall Upper, so still blocked by ice. So that means we've got to go all the way. Bash has got to go all the way back
To workstation.
Yeah. So a little bit of a hike. Naii taking their time to clean up front of Fen. Yeah, just a little bit behind with that labs play. Might end up paying off in the end once we check hints. But they could make up some time if they choose to go straight for workstation after this. I don't think it's likely, just due to the amount of checks in early Magmor.
Oh, definitely. They probably both do feel behind right now, even though I don't think neither are right this moment.
Oh, there's a nothing in Ice Ruins East Ice. Just caught that. Some very nice movement conservation there for Bash. Get through fire shorts very quickly. We did just get gravity soon, so I wonder if that could be anything. A lot of gravity checks, though, are blocked by ice. Bash not concerned that lava is hot.
Clearly.
But Naii making his way into Magmor now. There's an E in workstation. Likely not going to grab that. It's a very slow puzzle to do.
Yup. There we go.
Talon Canyon. Yes, that is the elevator we wanted to see. Almost 40 minutes in, and we'll be looking at hints.
I mean, I would feel behind too after doing labs with nothing in them.
Yeah, Baja makes a good point. With X-Ray, Root Cave is now in logic.
Yeah, now if only Bash had the X-Ray.
Yeah, likely.
Oh, X-Ray was in labs? Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why Naii didn't take the death out. Just wanted to keep the X-Ray just in case that OP is required.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge
a
for
lot of
Naii.
time later.
That's gonna be huge for Naii if OP is required.
Which, to be fair, we've seen a ton of OP this week.
Yeah, like... Random elevators, you thought Thardus would probably... In theory, you'd think Thardus would be the one showing up more. Nope! OP's like, I have your artifact, come fight.
Just taking the time to transition the room makes doing this a lot easier, and is
And
rewarded
it
with
is
an
an
artifact.
artifact.
A very easy out of bounds. Recommend all Prime players in the tournament learn that if they don't know it already.
Yeah, that's the one out of bounds I recommend everyone to know.
Yeah, you don't really need any knowledge of how it works. You just you just have to do it. It's not too hard.
And there's mines, also ice locked.
Yep. So really pointing to ice coming up soon, because I mean we've got Flagra, we've got
Artifact Temple.
yeah,
We have 4 checks here in Talon, and then Flogger. We have 6 checks left at Gimbe. The only way Plasma on Flogger works, if none of these are ice, would be, yeah, ice in Chozo Ice Temple, which would be awful.
Yeah.
But hilarious. Oh, it's not landing site.
Yeah, so here I probably route Artifact Temple first.
No.
Because
it is 50-50.
If it is ice, I'd imagine the players would want to maybe check the frigate crash site elevator.
Yeah. So it's now 50-50 whether ice is here or Flagra. There we go.
In Artifact Temple.
There we go. And now we get to find out the damage.
Yep. Someone get ready to type. I don't have the keyboard skills for the speed that some of these players read them.
Main Quarry, sure. Hat again.
PCA.
There it is!
Big win for Naii right there.
That's
Big
huge
win for Naii.
That's huge.
And elite quarters. Wow, double artifacts on.
Didn't we just have this 3 hours ago?
We did just have this, and wasn't there an artifact in Hat? Is this the same seed?
Hat artifact, OP artifact, PCA artifact. Where's X-ray? Aether, I think it was.
Yep, Aether in the tank.
Yeah, it was in Aether somewhere.
Yeah, it was the tank check. Ice Spreader was on the morph ledge. So yeah, with that, I mean, thankfully now that we've got ice, if Bash decides to do labs, can thankfully just route through it.
Omega Pirate has been required for every race I've commentated.
Arrow, please don't commentate my races. Yeah, just because... I was going to say, just because Naii has X-Ray doesn't mean they're necessarily ahead. I mean, the way both players have been moving has been pretty easy. There haven't been any major route deviations. It just means that Bash is going to get X-Ray later.
I mean, Avina, I calmed your other race. I did calm your last race. But she found that part out. Oh yeah, Bash is still in a decent spot because with it being an Aether, Bash could just come in from the back of labs, but he will do. He'll do it reverse. I like how there's like 50 ways to climb this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Bash is doing really good. Like, execution on point. We just had another case of unmorphing when you have Spring Ball. Oh, main quarry. Well, you know there's an artifact here, you take it.
Yeah, and I think with ice, now you start heading into labs in the hope that you find plasma. You've got a lot of checks there. Yeah, you really want to start getting some of those out of the way.
I remember when he posted that, and I laughed.
Again,
this isn't anyone. We can't call this for anyone yet.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to say either one of them has a significant lead on the other.
Yeah, this is very close. The big thing right now is plasma.
Because yeah, Nai's hard routed into ice right now. Like, there's no way they can skip it for any amount of time longer. So there's I wouldn't say that he's behind anyway. Like, sure, the path that they're both on right now, Nai's behind, but that's because they got labs and got X-ray. So Bash has still got to do that. It's mandatory. So, yeah.
Yeah, this
Hard to
plasma
say.
spot is kind of going to be the deciding factor here. I'm waiting for a seed in the tournament where we get a PMT artifact, so you don't get a face on hint.
That's usually the TGC special. Every seed he rolls usually has a the artifact there. At least in the streams I've been catching.
I have no idea if that's happened in the tournament yet.
Yeah, I've only caught about 70% of the races, so I can't say for
I
certain
missed the
if it's happened.
majority of the week 1 races because I was super busy last week. This week I've been down with slight injury, so I'm like, well, I get to calm a lot of stuff this weekend. Cosmo versus Cestron, but they had a very early phase on. Oh. Okay.
Save warp here. Interested to know where they're thinking of going.
I would assume this is back of Fen.
Because the was quarantined in reflecting pool, right?
Yeah, I would have completely understood going through labs, through mines, but I understand this play too. Bash, you need to shoot the door before morphing. Oh, this isn't a bad play at all because it still puts him back of labs, and he'll end up getting that X-ray.
Yeah, here's a little bit of time saved for Bash by skipping the wave slot. Doesn't have to fight the ghosts.
Missiles. We peeked the antechamber earlier, right?
Yeah, it was just some missiles.
Right. Oh, Bash isn't even bothering to look at the other elevator.
We do know that that one is Lava Lake, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty useless for us, and just due to the fact that, yeah, there's nothing over on that side. But Naii, unfortunately,
Yeah, this is 100% back.
Yeah,
I agree with that. This is what I thought that was something for a moment. That's all missile. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Naii unfortunately routed Frigate Crash Site before Artifact Temple, so
there we go, Bash.
We'll have to do a little bit of backtracking.
Doing back at Fendrana the way it should be done. Reverse.
Nah. Unless you're thinking of doing a save warp out, I'm pretty sure it's faster to go in through the top.
Only by a few seconds.
Taking a dip and grabbing
he dipped in. He's like, this is it. This is it. Nope, no, it's not. And then Naii about to get the bad news.
Or the good news, maybe. Since they might be happy that they found thermal now, or X-ray. Yeah.
He's just staring at it.
Yeah, I agree, Baja. Yeah, having OP required here means that not taking the death out of labs was worth it. Because if you don't see that, then yeah, you're feeling kind of bad that you still got X-ray. I mean, not to say that OP couldn't still have phase on or something like that, but at least you know it's required right now.
And Bash committing heavy down.
Yes, there's a lot of very vertical rooms in Farfen, and you do not want to make a mistake here. Nurgle, Vanilla Phazon will not be happening this seed because OP has our artifact.
OP is an artifact.
PCA, also an artifact.
Yep.
Oh, that's got to be disappointing, seeing that nothing up there, and ooh, not
and
quite getting...
missed the door.
Not too bad, but again, another little time sink there. Just some missiles in Frost Cave. Oh, and it looks like Naii is heading into mines.
Nice.
Let's
Makes
see.
sense. Unlike Bash still having labs not done, Naii only has back effect. Oh yeah, plasma processing's on the table.
Sure is.
Oh my.
Considering we've full cleared Magmoor, otherwise, that's definitely going to be a last location possibility.
Yeah, if Naii doesn't go to Farfen, this is a good spot. Very good spot.
Another thing you might want to do at some point is maybe take one of the elevators to Great Tree Hall. There's a lot of checks back there. We have full access to that now with Ice Beam. It looks like Naii is going to dip deeper into mines.
Yeah, I like the idea of just clearing upper mines here.
Yeah, the worst case scenario, I can't remember what the PPC elevator was, but it's either that or you could go all the way down and save warp out at Central Dynamo. Lots of ways to get out of here, thankfully.
Yeah, because like all you're missing is plasma at this point before Phazon suit. MQA plasma would suck here.
Yeah.
But
Good.
if Naii commits to it and that's what it is, that's a win button. New RA start with plasma. Oh yeah, swap to the better music. Like, there's gonna be some weeks where RA and a beam-in would be like not possible due to the rule set of the week. But like, I wonder if someone does that for Door Rando week.
I mean, starting with Plasma, though, with Door Rando would just mean that you
half
hit
of your
all plasma
doors,
doors.
about to say half of your doors are gonna be red. And you're more likely to see flamethrower doors.
Unfortunately not getting the phase on elite manip. Having to fight
cool,
Philip
though.
the hard way.
You got it, though. The reward. Of course it is!
Phase on elite hiding the phase on suit.
Again.
Yep. Phase on suit in mines, who would have guessed it? So
Well,
with that, yeah, Nai's just got to find this plasma beam, and they are ready to rock. It looks like Bash took another save warp out. Everyone say hi to Calvin, and then say bye to Calvin.
and bye. That, though, wow.
Bash heading towards plant?
Oh? Now, if Plasma's on plant, this is massive.
Yeah. I'm still very much anyone's game at this point.
And having phase on suit in Nai's situation, I think you 100% go all the way to MQA now.
Yeah, I might dip PPC first and get that check, and then maybe take the save warp out afterwards if you don't find plasma in MQA, or by the time you get to MQA. It'll be interesting to see what decisions are being made. But yeah, on the left, BashPrime fighting Flagra.
Just the one, because they're all awful. Oh yeah, Naii might have actually picked up all of the three, so I think they're both just missing Hat and... Oh!
Alright, so...
That's go mode. Rip
Yep.
Bash.
It is now Nai's game to lose.
Yep.
They keep hustling. Nai's definitely got this. Bash has got a lot of time to make up here. Unfortunately, with the plant play just bleeding time out right now.
Yeah, but he's still going to do
Ghosts.
he's still going to do Ghost after this.
Yep. Which, I mean, if you're committed to Flagra, you have to do Ghosts after.
Welcome in, Cosmo. Yeah, we're in go mode. Naii nailed the play on mines. Got phase on and plasma.
Yeah, it was definitely the right call once you found Ice Beam and Artifact Temple, and then the main core elevator just sticking around in mines. There's a lot you can do. You've already got X-Ray. It's, yeah, definitely a good call.
Yeah, because I usually know Naii for playing Echoes. but he's been doing really good with Prime. With tournaments, yeah. TGC, please.
It turns out I have been muted for the last little while. I was just complimenting Naii on the full tracker.
Oh yeah, we got full tracker in under an hour.
Bash making his way to Life Grove Tunnel, most likely.
Now, Bash is gonna feel bad about bailing on mines after he did main quarry, but I wouldn't. Back at Findrana made sense when he still hadn't done labs yet and didn't have X-ray.
Yeah, it's definitely a risk just committing to mines, knowing you've got to go to lower mines later without X-ray.
Yep.
Because the odds of finding both X-ray and plasma in mines significantly less. I'm curious to know if Bash will route through Frigate after this. Due to the artifact and hat, we have Gravity Suit. Oh, doing a full loop there. Everyone's favorite room in the game, Life Grove Tunnel.
The true final boss of Prime. The remaining artifacts are Elite Quarters, PCA, and Hydro Access Tunnel.
So if I was Bash, I'm thinking go reverse Frigate into main quarry and Frigate crash site.
100%, yeah.
And it looks like that is the decision. Yeah.
That's the correct one. Bash is playing extremely well. Just unfortunate that everything was at the end of the game. It was all in mines.
Yeah, as it often is. I mean, with the amount of requirements Mines has, it just gets a lot of late game checks. Unfortunately, not getting the frozen pirate off the cutscene.
All right, Plasma Pirate's not bad.
Let's see what method they choose for dispatching.
There's only 16 missiles. It'll be plasma strats.
I got 21 right now. Got some drops.
Oh yeah.
Yep, so 2 charge shots at each of the pools, and he's going to do the PB for the last one. Very nice. A little bit early on the PB though, I think, or late. I can't remember. It's during the laugh that you gotta lay the bomb. So yeah, a little bit of time loss. Does fortunately have that time to work with, but they do not know that. So every little mistake probably getting stressful.
Yeah, the potential of the power bomb. I don't think I've even ever done the power bomb kill.
You gotta try the power bomb only strat. That's a fun one.
That sounds awful. I'll stick with my super missiles. Thank you.
Yeah, I still need to have a seed where OP is required so I can get my free pizza from Reggie. I'm keeping that in mind. I'm not forgetting.
You say that, and then it's gonna be a minor Reggie seed where OP is required, so Reggie has to do it.
Then he has to give himself a free pizza. Nice.
Exactly.
I probably practice that if I want any attempt at doing that. Oh, did I not?
Yeah, I'd leave the wave one alone.
Oh, the Reggie pizza bet. I recorded a video of killing, doing the 3 pools on Omega Pirate just using power bombs. And Reggie told me if I did that during one of the tournament races and did not have to farm for power bombs later, because like I couldn't just waste them, that I could that he would owe me a free pizza. So I agreed to the conditions.
But with as much OP has been required, he's yet to get it.
Yep. And it looks like on Bash's side, heading towards plasma processing.
I don't hate this, actually.
I mean, at this point, with putting off mines, maybe trying to get lucky with plasma beam find in some of these isolated locations.
Well, he's also in the area after friggin' crash site. And down.
So now Naii just needs to make it to Hydro Axis Tunnel.
Which won't be, I don't think, too hard.
Yeah, that would be a main plaza elevator, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah, I believe main plaza was lower. Double checking.
Alright, I'm gonna grab
No,
back.
Sun Tower. Okay. Alright. Oh, did Bash save in main quarry? If so, that's a good pivot save. And definitely the right play here. Even saving at ship isn't too bad. Ooh. Will they have X-ray? Yes, okay. Very good. So yeah, I mean, close enough to main quarry that it's not a big deal. But yeah, shows the importance of saving often. I made that mistake in my last race where I did not save and tried to reset and lost a bunch of time. Not the only downfall, but you know, mistakes happen. As Captain always said, every race is a learning experience. I'm sure other people say that too. And that is definitely a learning experience for me. So yeah, Naii heading to Great Tree Hall. We'll be picking up the last artifact. And then the question is, how do you route to Artifact Temple? You're in Talon, you're in Frigate, so I imagine probably going reverse Frigate is the fastest. Because our Talon elevator to Canyon, I think it was, is in Vendrana? I can't remember at this point. But yeah, I think Frigate is definitely the fastest play here. Workstation saves Talon Canyon. Okay, so yeah, definitely not going for the Talon Canyon one. And Bash now back in mines. Looks like skipping. Oh, maybe doing elite research from the top. Yeah, I would say doing this backwards is good because we know that security access or security station, whatever, the wave trooper room, it's not going to have anything that we can't see, I guess. So yeah, heading through in reverse is definitely the right call. Naii not doing backwards frigate. Interesting. Interesting. Where is he? Ah, if Magmoor Workstation save goes to Talon, the front main plaza goes to Workstation Debris. Yeah. I don't know if it's faster, but probably is. It's definitely less annoying. So on that front, I can agree with going back here. Very good memory from Naii, remembering how to route this. So definitely playing very well. And Bash will be rewarded with the Phazon suit. Some shots of some emotion. We'll find out later in the interview.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah. So what you missed was Naii skipped doing reverse frigate, went back up Sun Tower, main plaza to Workstation Debris, Workstation save to Talon Canyon.
Huh.
Yeah, so better routing than going reverse frigate, at least for convenience. I don't know if it's faster with all the elevators you need to take, but
I think the elevators might make it just... I don't think you really are losing much on it, though, so
yeah.
it's fine.
I think it also might just be I don't want to go through frigate. Like, maybe it's the same time, maybe they're thinking that in their head, but it's like, I don't want to do this.
From Bash on Plasma.
Yep, we'll be seeing it very soon. We just saw a ton of shots for Phazon suit. So, yeah, there is Plasma. So Bash now also in go mode. Still has to do Omega Pirate, though. So, a ways behind, unfortunately, with all the other checks that were completed.
Yeah, let's say in... Yeah, exactly, Cosmo. Even though the moving is a lot faster, the elevators kind of bring the RTA back up. Like, this race isn't entirely over, but something really bad would have to happen to Naii on, like, Exo or Essence for this to go bad.
Nah, I think at this point, Nai's probably got almost 2 attempts in him.
I don't know, with Bash's movement, Bash is gonna be through the rest of the lower mines pretty quickly.
Yeah, but OP is still an obstacle. Routing back to Talon is still an obstacle. Doesn't need to grab the hat artifact though, has already grabbed that, so a little bit of time in the routing saved there for later.
Even in that, even though we're in a spot where at this point, Naii has to at least die before Bash has a chance right now.
Yeah, or just not shoot.
Bash has played
beams.
extremely well. It's just it did not work out with the back of Fen.
Yeah, Baja. That sounds like a that's like a corruption thing where you just
Please.
you just what's it called? You just kind of walk to the platform, whatever that is.
Right.
I don't know. I'm
You
not
got
a corruption guru.
The Flogra play? No, not even Flogra. Flogra plus backup labs.
And Farfen as well.
Well, yeah, but not the last one, is Farfen. Farfen is kind of the big one.
Also did Life Grove Tunnel and Frigate. Plasma processing. Yeah, there's a lot of checks that were done. But hey, I mean, it's a randomizer. Any of those checks could be what we needed, so.
Also, Ridley. Stop dashing!
Yep, Ridley's just got to dash about, you know, a couple hundred more times. There we go.
Oh, man. I think, if I'm Naii here, I take the safety save, just in case. Oh, a bash in, in race time a few minutes ago, it's like, this is how I throw the match.
Yeah. Nai's got 5 E-tanks here. This is plenty of health for a runner of this caliber.
Yeah, he should have this, no problem.
Yeah, for players of this level, like anything above 3 is usually enough to feel pretty confident with Exo and Essence.
Yeah, well that's why when I saw this pairing, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a race. No, exit skips is fine because then when they do mess it up, they're giving you a free win.
Yeah, unfortunately I know Sam has got pretty consistent with Exo skips, so. Yeah, and especially with door locks, and especially with the week 5.
Yeah, and yeah, OP just got murdered here.
Yeah, it's definitely making the Metroid be in the correct position to knock you out is definitely the hardest part. The wall crawl is not impossible if you're familiar with out of bounds. But lots of spots to also soft lock. But yeah, right now seeing Naii fight Exo. And Bash picking up the last artifact. Just has to route his way back to Artifact Temple now. Yeah, you have to do Aether jumps if you fall down. There's if you get the instant unmorph, then you can not have to do any Aether jumps. But that does not mean that it's trivial. It definitely does take some practice and skill. And it is also very easy to not get the instant unmorph.
And Bash, now here in Talon, about to be fighting Ridley.
Oh, the PPC elevator was Root Cave. Very good. Yep, that routed very well at the end there.
Yeah. Naii would still have to die, though, for Bash to have a chance. But still, this is much closer than a lot thought it was a few minutes ago. Correct. That's another thing, yeah. Bash basically full cleared this game, which is insane.
Yeah, I think other than like Hall of the Elder Chamber, Chozo Ice Temple.
A couple of plasma checks, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, there's only a handful. Like, definitely moved very fast. But Naii also moving very fast. Routed a little bit better, but also executing very well. And it looks like Exo's cooperating still, getting lots of plasma shots off. Still got plenty of health.
Uh-oh. Was able to avoid the majority of the damage from it, though.
Yeah, I find that the ones you don't want to get hit by are the plasma orbs. They can easily do about 3 E-tanks of damage.
Yeah, those if a pair of plasma orbs connect, they can just kill with this health value.
Lots of plasma. Love to see it. Looks like
Bash
we're gonna get
already done with Ridley.
Yep, very good. Doesn't look like he got many dashes, so.
I think he stopped all of them.
And just like that, we've got 2 final boss cutscenes going on.
Yeah, they're literally basically just Exo apart.
Which I think on average is like 5
to 6, 5 to 7, depending on the runners. I think in this
Sam's
case,
probably got
probably
some
5.
timings for it, just for the.
I feel like in this case, this feels very 5.
But
Maybe
now
6
Naii
because the phase on core climb.
Yeah. Now Naii is on to Essence. Going to want to get Essence in a good spot for these next couple pools. That should be fine. I'm gonna do some animation cancels here to get the next pool delay faster.
Exo skip would go kind of crazy here, but I don't think Bash will attempt that.
Yeah, it's only gonna save maybe half the time, depending on how fast you do it and how bad your exo fight would be.
Exactly. Yeah, Sam has about right. Because if Naii has a clean essence, it still doesn't matter. But still, this was a lot closer than a lot of people in chat thought it was when Naii was coming into Bosses. I'm like, no, I think this is a lot closer than people are realizing.
So for this last pool, going to do some pool cancels by moving out of the pool, conserving the pool to do more damage to this last phase. Only have to do it a few more times, and then we'll be able to finish off Essence. And there we go.
There it is.
GG's to Naii. 125.
125.02 is the official time. I assume Bash will finish since he is on Exo. That will be my guess.
Yep, never a bad thing to finish off your seeds.
Yeah, if it's still like this, if it's close to being done, there's no reason not to. This was a close one. And
Welcome
we have
Naii.
Naii.
You are muted. No, you're not.
Now you are. Now you're not. Oh no.
Hi. GG.
GG's.
Yeah. This was back and forth. Y'all didn't diverge until you went labs and Bash went front fin into Magmore.
Yeah. Let's.
So yeah, our bet was that, yeah, I mean, getting X-ray and labs meant that if you save orbed out and OP was required, you'd have to go all the way back. So you kept it. And how were you feeling when you finally read the hints?
I wanted to punch the game and not play anymore, but
it's like I hate that this play was correct.
I was really happy because of being required, because I grabbed it in the middle, but you know what? I don't know about OP. I'm gonna keep this.
And then the second time y'all diverged is what decided the game. You did mines. Bash decided to go back up Finn.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Which,
at the point I got ice beam.
Which Bash's movement was insane. So like that was literally given Bash basically full cleared the game. He's fought Flogra. All that's left is some plasma checks. And he's on the Exo sub 4 now.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, he was moving so well, it's insane. I have one question for you, though. How's that missile launcher?
Furnace, right?
Upper furnace, yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I don't have any other checks. I didn't know getting furnace with space was beginner. I'm just gonna assume I have it and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mines play was definitely the deciding factor. Getting the both Phazon and Plasma. I mean, I can understand Bash's side of not wanting to stick around in mines since you still need X-ray. So was able to find that pretty quickly after doing save warping out in main Quarry. That was the big when you guys started to separate a little bit more. You were both pretty close in Artifact Temple and the Talon area.
And Bash is already done with Exo. Like movement-wise, Bash was on fire today. I think if this was like a linear seed, like Bash's movement was near perfect. Outside of a couple of instances of down. Because of course. Mostly in back up
Naii was also moving quickly.
Yeah, Naii had some good movement today as well. Moving pretty when we got Tower of Tower of Light, all the Finn stuff was
yeah, so the first time, it's like, okay, I got on the Raptor, immediately press SR, next fail. And
I
the
think
second time I just failed the jump. So I just went like, you know what, no, I'm going to do shred.
Yeah, I think the only time movement was rough on anyone today, I think, was trying to think. Outside of a couple of vertical falls, both sides movement was stellar.
So here's the thing. After I got ice, I felt super behind. So at that point, I went like, you know what? I'm gonna check Overgrown Cavern. If I don't like that elevator, I'm gonna go through Frigate and get that. And then look for a safe warp and then go for PTC. Turns out it's main quarry, so I just continued through there.
Yeah, that was a very convenient elevator.
Yeah, I was just betting that Plasma was in facing mines by that point. Otherwise,
Yeah, you did good. And Bash is only 4 minutes behind. 129.52. Well, no, that's almost 5, but still, yeah, no, that was really good. GG's from Bash. I assume.
Oh, there we go. He is joining shortly.
Hello.
GG's.
GG's Bash.
Welcome.
This
That was
race
a really interesting seed.
Yeah, this race was so close. Y'all diverged a couple times, but always ended up meeting up. And then the final divergence was the deciding factor.
Yeah, I did not feel good
Finn.
about doing that processing play, but
back of Finn had to feel horrible after you cleared it.
Yeah, that too. But I had to go get an X-ray, so like,
yeah, it worked out.
I figured something was there.
Yeah, it worked out in that case. Also, this was very close.
Yeah, for the amount of the world you actually went through, yeah, you definitely you kept it up with the speed. The first route divergence, Naii went into labs first, and so had X-ray, and so was more comfortable doing sticking around in mines, knowing they just needed to find plasma for OP.
Yeah, that was the unfortunate part. I was like, if they put Phazon and plasma both in mines, and then Phazon was in the exact same spot as last seed I played.
Yeah, I keep getting Phazon there. When I saw it picked up, I'm like, oh look, it's Phazon there again.
I was shocked that Ice Beam was in Artifact Temple, so that was kind of my game plan once I had the early game blunder too with like looking at elevators and stuff, but I felt good once I got the Thardis thing, so I'm like, okay, well, in all likelihood I have to do this, so this will open up more options, and then of course it did, and then Talon being as late as it was, which is like, okay, like,
so,
I did feel really good about that.
So Bash, how was that missile launcher?
that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I skipped it. I looked up, knew it was launcher. Was like, nope.
Yeah, like I guess I could have taken the risk and done lower furnace first, but it would have been cleaner to, since I knew I was gonna go at least peek it. It was better for me to leave out lower first and then get it.
That's fair. I was fully expecting Boost to be in lower furnace.
Yeah, I definitely played.
Too.
Yeah, I know I played it the route really safe overall, but like Flogger kind of fell into my lap because I was going to take that elevator anyways, so it made sense for me to just knock those both out when I did. Because I was like, watch, like maybe Plasma's early, and I just didn't. I didn't check it, but nope, just mines. Ice Beam, bottlenecking, everything else.
Yeah, this was a crazy seed, but like, yeah, like you were saying though, even though you played the route very safe, but the movement was on point.
Yeah, I needed that to carry me.
With the exception of a few cases of down, hi Fendrana, but everything else was pretty darn good.
Fun.
Yeah, I think Fendrana was out to get you today.
Yeah, I mean, I also haven't really been playing Prime 1, so I knew my lack of practice also with like this preset was going to be
I have the same
was going to be a disadvantage for me, but I'm shocked I played it as well as I did.
Oh, you did very good. Like I have that same fear because like I've also been playing a lot of Echoes, so like I'm fully prepared to get completely destroyed by Reggie in the morning.
Oh,
I know Naia's been putting in work too.
Yeah, it
We
was
went
brought
to
up
the
a few
exact
times.
same race
Naia's
time
doing-
score going into this match.
Oh my gosh.
wait, really?
Yeah. Was
Yeah,
that
every-
all-
everyone-
I mean, not anymore because you
everyone-
won. But
Yeah, everyone will have the same race time score for this tournament.
Yeah.
Depending on your
oh,
wins
it's
and
the
losses.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Oh,
makes
bad.
okay,
sense.
interesting.
Dang it, I
Well,
thought I was being
until
clever.
we get a few rounds later in where you have a couple who may have to pair down.
But yeah, I felt really good once I found Ice Beam to get on top of my hints, and then really bad once I realized. Well, okay, at least it made both quarters and PCA like artifacts. Like
Oh, we
I think
laughed
just
at
one
that.
of those is terrible.
Yeah, like as soon as we saw that, we're like, it strikes again. OP keeps showing up in this.
That X-ray, dude. If I just went to labs early, that would have saved me so much of a headache.
Yeah, we were thinking because the boost ball came up in Qmon that labs might have something important, and since Naii had already gotten the
good
X-ray, and once Naii made it to hints, was pretty satisfied with the seeing, or at least satisfied with not taking the death out there, because not knowing that OP was required yet, and whether you keep X-ray or don't, it was definitely the correct play.
Oh,
And final
by
bosses
the way,
too.
y'all's
Yep, definitely
in-game
helps.
time are identical.
Wow,
Oh, okay, all right.
that's crazy.
The item percentage is not, but the time is identical.
That's crazy.
Okay, all right then.
Well, I took was it 2 resets? I think definitely the one.
You get
That
a
Because
couple,
and,
I should have just risked it and not done.
and then on
plaza
Nai's side,
processing, but-
Naii took a lot of elevators to avoid
Yeah.
going back through Frigate to go to Ridley.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the
Like I think Naii still had it was still Nai's game to win had I not done plaza processing, but that would have made things way more interesting had I just
I
taken the risk and been
think
like,
the
you know
gap
what,
closure
Mines.
would have been if back of Finn hadn't happened.
It would have been like, yeah.
and there was some time loss on plant too. That also
Yeah.
cuts out the in-game time.
Oh,
with all
did
the cutscenes.
yeah. Well, time lost by doing plant to begin with, but
Yeah.
All in all, this one was a crazy close race.
But I
This
mean,
one
like
was a
that
fun one.
gets too speculative. So like I can't say with certainty that like had I done one thing differently that
Oh,
things would have
For
been
sure.
different.
yeah.
For
I
sure,
mean, at the
that-
end of the day, it's a randomizer, and you could have definitely just stumbled across any of the remaining checks.
I'm very glad it was
Rando
close.
will be rando. Yeah, this one was very close. Like it didn't feel as close when Naii was in go mode heading towards the end, but then as you finished OP in the elevator took you back to town, we're like, wait, this is a lot closer than people think it is.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely put the hustle on.
And plus, yeah, you were blazing through final bosses.
Yeah, I'm glad my movement was good enough outside of like Fen.
Naii was not as lucky with Ridley.
Yeah, a few.
I
dashes,
almost
but-
got Ridley almost screwed me over.
I think right at the last few hits, Naii got dashed like 4 or 5
Mhm.
times.
Yes. And I missed that shot every
Single time. Every single shot was missed.
All right, I need to make this joke for the Zoomers, but I think I went for a pretty good P rating attempt. Kept that combo up. Okay, I'm done. I still don't even own Pizza Tower. I should get it.
I've heard it's good.
But yeah, GG's. Yeah, I knew this was gonna be a pretty uphill one, and that seed did not disappoint.
Well, I guess before we sign off, any last words?
Best of luck
seed.
next week.
Oh, next week's about
I'm
to
just
be a
aiming
time.
to my aim next week is to survive. If I go 1-2 next week, that's fine. Like
Yeah, I am fully expected to lose next week.
next week is the week that
Wait,
I
another
really should be
match in
commentating
18
matches.
minutes on the SG4. Whoa.
That's
no.
crazy. It's the advantage of having a big bracket. It's so many matches to watch.
Yeah, there's so much.
Yes.
But yeah, Doorlock
I will
Randos
say-
next week.
I'm just gonna say,
need to make time
I'm
to
just gonna say this now,
commentate.
Bash. If I lose to Reggie and we get paired for Door Rando next week,
Oh my god.
we need to do something dumb with these RAs.
Only power.
start with all
bombers.
the items.
Nothing. I'm not gonna worry about anything mess with the doors. The doors can.
Ugh.
Doors could be how doors can be.
But yeah, what
the
a
match
seed.
that got canceled earlier got moved. Oh, it got canceled earlier, so it was moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, big GG's to Naii. That was a really well played seed.
Yes,
Indeed.
huge
GG as
GG's
well,
in chat.
Bash.
I see we both got flamethrower, so that's really awesome. It's great.
Yes.
Yeah, there were some full trackers today. So yeah, in about, like it was said, very soon, 15 minutes.
Yep.
SpeedGaming 4, we got Java versus Tua Man. Tomorrow we have 4 races tomorrow. For every time zone imaginable. TGC versus Sparkle J at 5 a.m. Uncle Reggie versus myself at 10 a.m. Sam versus Death King at 3 p.m. and Jay versus Elias at 4 p.m. Ooh, that's gonna be a fun one to watch. I think Jay Elias is gonna be a good race. And then we got 2 more Sunday to end out the round.
Oh, can I say one more thing? I'm sorry.
Of course.
Shouts to my first energy tank being the magma pool one without various suit.
We all lost it
what?
on that. Yeah,
Failed out.
he dashed it with no E.
And then I just
the power
routed
bomb.
it terribly after I
It
got
was
waved.
it was an E tank. Then we were like, holy crap, and then made the dash back and got out. We were like, you should have died.
Oh yeah,
You
I mean,
man.
that's
I
honestly
want
where I
someone to
threw the
go
whole
back.
race.
I hope someone went back and clipped that because yeah, Naii needs to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I threw. If anyone needs to know where I threw this
Entire
match,
race.
Right there.
that's where it happened.
That's an example of how on spot the movement from both of y'all were this race.
Holy shit.
But yeah, best of luck next
Yeah.
week, Naii. You are. I think you're going to do well this tournament.
I don't think so.
Nah,
We'll
you'll
do
be
the best we
great.
can.
You'll be great. You move up to what? 2-0?
Yes,
I believe
but
so, yeah.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
I could be 0-2. Not too hard.
Look, you'll be fine. Just don't face Cosmo next week.
About that.
And Sam and Chet, Naii versus Cosmo.
Yo, that'd be sick.
Please
I'm
do
like,
not jinx it.
well, next week's door rando. This is next week's Cosmo's week. I'm sorry. Cosmo does a ton of door rando.
Thankfully, I raced with him too and lost every time.
The same. All right. Let's we've got stuff coming up though. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. We've got a race, like I said, 15 minutes. SG4.
SG4.
Yep.
And
Thank you to our racers, GG's. Thank you to
Follow
our
everybody.
volunteers. Yes, follow everyone. Show your support.
hey, we'll see you on next mission.
Cheers.
Butter.
Classic Bash.
Dang it, Bash.